How's it going, everybody? It's Daniel today. Always sensei. Today is a little bit different video. I wanted to make it. I was gonna make this video a while ago. Just trying to figure out the right time to actually do it. But I'm trying to even think how to start it. First off, I want to shout out a friend of mine, Marco Bradley. Some of y'all know him by different names. That I met a while ago, and as long as I've known him, he always had like a uplifting personality, and you know, he went through so much in the short time that I've known him. So for him to be able to put on a smile or just joke around and stuff like that was a lot. And not too long ago, I'll link the video down below, but he made a video talking about basically mental health and depression. And watching it, I realized a lot of people don't know how to talk about things like that. And for him to put himself out there, I just had to salute him overall, because not a lot of people can do that. And it sort of inspired me to talk about the topic. I just didn't know how to. It's more so mental wellness and knowing when you're depressed, or just being able to talk about it and having a safe space. And like his video, I wanted to create a space, like a safe space for people to come and talk about the things they're going through, whether it be that day or years from now or months from now. Because not a lot of people talk about it or have someone to talk about it, like those type of things with. So, I'm trying to think where to start. Overall, I've noticed, for me personally, myself, I felt like I didn't have that many safe spaces. A lot of people don't. You might have a few, or maybe just one. You might not have it at all. And that's not really a good thing, because with the way the world is now, with COVID and stupid things going on in the world and society, everyone needs that, and they need to know when they're going through things of that nature. And me personally, I'm 30 now. Over the years, for the longest, I didn't even have that. There was one particular friend in general that gave me that before, I met others. Because overall, I am like a true introvert. I don't like to be around. Not saying I dislike people, because that's what people think when they say, oh, introverts this, but I don't know. I like my own space. And sometimes I find it difficult to have the energy to put into, those areas of life, as far as like friendships and stuff like that. Like even being in front of the camera, I didn't like that. And I met a group, like a little group chat, in like this introvert group, and they stuck with me to this day. Marco is one of them that's in the group. And I just feel like we need more safe spaces for that, and there would be a lot less hatred and people, keeping stuff bottled up and not knowing how to talk to one another without it, going against the norms of society. And I can relate to a lot of things that he talked about, because it's hard to know when you're necessarily depressed, because it is an illness. It's not like something, like it may come and go, but it's something that always sticks with you. You'll always have something that'll trigger it, or just having a bad day and it just sticks with you. And I've had many a times where that's happened, where I felt drained, and a lot of people just toss that up to being tired or something like that, but it's not you being tired, it's depression. Like it affects everything. It affects the way you eat, the way you sleep, your whole thought process. And not too many people know how to even deal with depression, on a sense that, say you go to somebody to talk about something and they say, oh, I'm listening, but they're not truly, how do I put it? It's a difference between listening to the whole thought and, taking into account, and, just being there to just be an ear. And when I say that, I mean, this topic was kind of brought up recently, and many people cannot differentiate the like, they can't separate actually like being there for somebody, because they'll say, oh yeah, I'm there for you, but they will place themselves into that situation and kind of not do exactly what they say they're there for, and that will deter people from even wanting to talk overall, which will put them in an even deeper hole. And I myself have experienced that. It took me a while to realize that's what was going on, and it sucks, because you will put yourself so deep in a hole and keep reaching out when me personally, I had to find my own safe space. And as I've shown you, that whole area, and another place that I go to, that's like my safe space to sort of gather myself and get my thoughts together. And not necessarily everybody has that, because they don't feel like they need to do something like that. And that's the whole reason why I wanted to sort of make this video, to give somebody out there that space to, come talk to somebody and know that they're not the only person who's dealing with issues in life, no matter how small they may be. Because some people may sit there and try to, I had a friend recently that, felt like their issues weren't that big of an issue, but every issue is an issue if it messes with you, like, mentally. And a lot of people nobody can put themselves in your shoes to to actually know what you're going through. They can just be there for you in that moment. And it's almost as if it's almost worse for somebody to fake, act like they know what you're going through, or, you know, use that phrase, because it sort of like pushes you away from the notion that there's somebody out there that will actually listen, or, you know, take the time out to, you know, be there for you in that moment. And I like to think that I was there for people when they actually, you know, needed somebody to listen to or talk to, just to get things off their chest, or, you know, kind of, you know, relieve themselves of that tension in their life. Because for a while, I didn't have something like that. And at the time, I didn't see it that way. I just saw it as, you know, life sucks and it's not going to change. But that's not the case. There's always like a better there's always like a light at the end of the tunnel, is what I'm trying to say. There's not, you know, at that point in time, your life might suck and it might be shitty, but I guarantee you that there's always something better after all that bullshit that you go through. And like I said, it don't matter, you know, how little or how big the problem is. The fact that it's a problem in itself is an issue. And, you know, you need to identify what's causing the problem and try to get rid of it. Whether it be a job sucking, you know, maybe you might be into art and, you know, you're having like a blockage and you can't get your art out. You know, it will pass. Just, you know, find your peace, find your happiness, whether, you know, whether you need to move, whether you need to go buy a new outfit, play a game, watch a movie, go for a walk, go do it. Like, don't let people hold you back from doing shit that you love. Excuse me. That walk kind of messed me up. But, yeah, whatever it is you need to do to get that shit off your chest or mind, whether it could be to talk to somebody you feel like actually listens and know that they actually listen. Go do it. Like, fuck what the norms of society are, and, you know, the boundaries that people have set up. Don't ever feel like your problems aren't big enough, because it may be big to you or small to somebody else, but it's a problem. And the way society has set things up, people feel like they can't open up, and it's a screwed up thing that's even a thing now. Like, I admit, there have been points in my life where I've been depressed, and I just shut myself in and, you know, just completely shut down. I didn't feel like I had the energy to do anything. I didn't want to eat. I just shut down. Like, depression is a real thing. It's not something fabricated, or, you know, it's a real issue. It's an illness, and it can mess with everything. There was a point in time where I didn't want to make videos. I was so down, like, I even got rid of my game systems and just gave up. Like, I can name a point in my life, for instance. I had tore my ACL, and I was going through so much in life at that point in time, and that was just the icing on the cake. I was so frustrated, and I just felt like I didn't have anybody, and that just shut me in completely. I couldn't walk, and they had me in a brace, and I couldn't do anything but just sit there and just exist in that moment. And it took for me to just be fed up one day and leave the house. And when I say leave the house, I was in pain, but I made it to my truck and just drove. So it takes a lot to overcome situations in life. I'm not necessarily saying it's going to be as easy as someone just getting in the car and going for a drive. That was just my method. Like I said, everyone has their own things that they need to do to reach that, what I call a safe space, to just ground yourself overall. And I'm slowly finding things to ground myself, whether it be to listen to music, like certain music, like making crystals, like it's just peaceful to me. And these are things I'm finding out just going through life and experiencing new things. And I'm glad that I have people in my life that I know that I can go to. You know, if anything were to happen, you know, they would listen. Like, my grandfathers both passed maybe days apart. And for the longest, I told myself that it wouldn't affect me the way that I thought it would. I thought I could prepare myself for something like that. And I couldn't. Because the more that I thought about it, the more I saw that they molded me in a way that a part of me was gone. And people around me saw that, and they realized that, you know, things were changing. And I was just glad that they were able to, in a sense, you know, ground me. And I appreciate the fact that they did that for me. And, you know, I just wanted to say thank y'all. Even if they did not know that they did it. Just to list a few, I have a friend named Tony, Evie, Lamar. It's quite a lot of people. Oh, Brittany, she'd have beat me up if I had forgot. Best friend. And it's crazy because these are people that I've never met in real life. Like, these are people I've met through Facebook, you know, through Xbox, and they've been there with me for years. Like the guy Lamar, I really, you know, these are people that I look up to in the sense that, you know, they've helped me through life and they don't even know it. So this is kind of a appreciation video as well. Just because they take the time out of their day just to, you know, see if I'm alright, or just, you know, keep me up to date on what's going on with their lives. And don't ever feel like, you know, you're alone. if you feel like you're alone and you watch this video, feel free to message me and say, hey, I just need somebody to talk to, and we can talk. You can call, you can message me, whatever you need to do. When may need me to do, let me know. You're never alone in the things that you go through in life, and I will, to the best of my ability, try to help you through it. What else? And those people that I named, I look up to them in a sense that an example would be Tony is a successful woman that I've met, besides the people in my family, that I see her happiness. We've had talks about her business ventures and, just living life. And I appreciate that because I see that, and, I see things that I could do in my future. Same with Lamar. Lamar and Tony are people way older than me that I see have, gone further in life regardless of the things that they've been through. And, like, Lamar has a whole, wife and kids, like, and his own, business, and job. So you have to find those people within your safe space that, can ground you overall in those moments in life. And, I appreciate all of them. If I didn't name you, I just forgot in this moment. Just know you are appreciated. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Don't ever let people say your problem is too small. I've heard that a lot lately with the small friend group that I have, and they always say, oh, I don't really want to talk about it. I don't feel like it's really a big issue. Don't ever believe like it's not. Just because it's an issue for you, so I care. So if you have something going on in your life, you feel like you need to talk about it, whether you don't know me or, even if you don't know me, you watch this video, let me know the issues you got going on in life. Maybe we can talk and I can help you out with it, or, whatever it may be. I'm not going to say I have it all together or life figured out in general. And I know there'll be more depressing times for me overall. Like, nobody is perfect in this world. Don't ever let anybody sit there and tell you that they're perfect, because nobody is perfect. You got rich celebrities, these are people that can buy anything they want, just, committing suicide and just crazy things. So don't ever sit there and say, if I was, this rich, I would do this or that. Like, money isn't always, solving the problems. Like, these people that had money, and people around them didn't recognize the issues that they had because they saw, the glamorous things they had going on in their life, or, from the outside looking in. Nobody is perfect. Don't ever. I'm not perfect. Shit, not at all. So just find your happiness, find your peace, and do whatever it takes to find your peace and happiness, because it's out there. Don't ever feel like life is just at a standstill and that's just what it's going to be. Things are always going to get better. Things are always going to get better. Don't ever believe it's just always. And I just want to say I love y'all, whoever's watching this video, and I appreciate y'all watching. you.